Good morning from Spokane, Washington, everybody. Let's open the door so you can see better. We got this thing. Picked it up at the Forward Air location, which is not really a Forward Air. They just use these guys for that. Anyways, one little piece like this goes to Best Buy in Kennewick, Washington? Kennewick, yeah. So I don't know what it is, but something really light in here. It said 200 pounds-ish, but this is not 200 pounds. It's so light that it's just bouncing around, so really light. Freight is 56 tall. I was just double checking because it didn't really look that tall. I don't remember what it was in the bid. I know it was small, and I knew it was lighter, but we were thinking of putting it in the other cargo van just to. Now, where are the keys? I'm sitting on them. No keys. What happened to my keys? Oh, they're in my pocket. Grew a bigger belly now, and now all of a sudden I can't feel that they're in my pocket. Not a good thing. Goodness. The seatbelt thing. That's why you click the seatbelt right behind you like that. That way it doesn't make those noises. I've got actually a counselor in my office on my desk. Had it for a long time. Haven't brought it in here. But it's just another buckle that you plug in. Empty one without a seatbelt or anything on there. You plug that in and you're good to go. So beautiful day again today. You know, it is springtime, but it's a wild spring. I mean, we'd get hail, and then we'd get some kind of a slushy snow once in a while here and there. In town, it's a little better. I'm just a little 10 minutes outside of downtown, 10-minute drive. And for me, weather's a little different out there, but hey, that is what it is. Here's the place where I get wood here and there. Maybe I shouldn't be telling you guys this. The ones that live in Spokane will be coming over here and grabbing my stuff. Or will know not grabbing my stuff. It's not really my stuff, but will know all my little secrets and things. But I'm a nice guy. You guys can come over. It's okay. You guys can do it. I'll find another spot. All good. So this thing pays $400. It's a 120-mile run. Loaded miles. It's like 10 miles to here for me, and then 120 loaded miles is what it is. Haven't put it in my GPS yet, but I know where the delivery town is and how long it takes to get there. Just 2 hours and you're there, because you're going 75 the whole way. 75. The beautiful thing is about being out west is you can actually clear miles out here, like, you know what I mean? As long as there's no traffic in the big cities, which, you know, if you're going anything, gosh, I mean, there is no big cities. You know, anything from after Salt Lake and west, and the whole Montana you're doing, the whole Montana actually, most of it, 90% of it actually has a speed limit of 80 miles an hour. So 80 plus an extra 5, that's 85 miles an hour. 85 miles you clear in 1 hour. Can you guys believe that? That's insanity. So yeah, you get to clear a lot out here compared to the East Coast, where there's a bunch of highways, you know, very busy, traffic everywhere and all that kind of stuff. We've got it made out here for that, but the bad part is there's a lot less freight out here. So, you know, you can clear miles, but you at least have freight. Here, not so much on the freight, especially these days. But it's okay. We're getting by. We're getting, you know, I get to make videos for you guys because there's still some things here and there. 2 days ago, I did do another load out here with like a 7-stopper. That one paid well. Yeah, we had to mess around and reload, you know, unload by hand and all that kind of stuff, and it paid. It was well worth it. It paid, and we got to help somebody out that needed the help. So good for that. Stopped by Napa real quick to grab another quart of oil, just to have one on hand, because I found I got a little blow-by seal that actually needs to be replaced in here. So some of it's been getting out here and there, and I just want to make sure I got enough just in case it starts getting worse for me on this trip or whatever. But I am going to be calling the dealership and finding that seal and replacing it. Maybe I'll do a video on that for you guys, probably before you get to see this video. I'll do that other repair one for you real quick. That way you know how easy it is. If you get to see some oil in a certain spot, you'll know how to replace it and how to repair it yourself without taking it to a dealership and paying an arm and a leg for it and waiting who knows how long. Sorry you didn't get to see too much along the way here. 2 hours just goes by really fast. It's a boring drive over here to Kennewick. But now that we're here, you can see a little bit of the river. It's nice, 68 degrees, 70 degrees, no fishing, no fishermen, maybe no fish, I don't know what's going on. Maybe today is not the fishing day on the calendar. There's such thing as a fishing calendar too, just so you guys know. But yeah, that's about the prettiest thing along the way here.
Exit the highway to Columbia Drive.
Plus, I also just really did not have enough time for anything because I've been, my shop plans are finally done today. And so I've been submitting for permit, been calling people, trying to get quotes, estimates, and all that kind of stuff too. As far as people coming out, trying to get estimates for framing, for foundation, all that kind of good stuff. So been a little busy while I'm driving. Plus submitting my information, my plans to get building permits and all that. It's all done online now. No more walking in there. I mean, maybe you can, but it's quicker. They say it's faster to do it online, so we'll see if it's faster or not. Anyway, I'm about 6 miles-ish from delivery. Gonna go ahead and drop this thing off, and then after that, I'm just gonna go quickly grab something to eat and head on home because I need to pick up the prints, the plans for the shop. So it's gonna come together, guys. It's finally gonna come together. I've been pushing it off for so long. You know, we needed something there, but it was old and it was working fine. I mean, it kept things dry and we could just shove whatever we wanted to shove in there. But in the end, it looks ugly, you know what I mean? The house is 7 years old now, so the more that shed is there, the uglier it is. Plus, you know, we got kids and all their little things and my things that we just need more room. And a 30 by 50 I think would be okay for now. Plus we did a lean-to in the back. So once the whole process starts, I'll kind of maybe show some of you guys, you know, what's going on. Let you guys know. And maybe kind of walk you through some of the process of how something like that happens and what are the processes of actually building something, how much it costs, things like that. So we will see. It's going to cost a pretty penny, I know that. Like start to finish, I was given quotes of like over $80,000, but I decided not to give it to one person, and I'm just going to hire out as needed to get things done. And maybe as far as like paint goes, probably do it myself maybe, unless somebody's going to give me a decent rate for the painting. But paint, I'm not really worried about that. I was thinking of doing siding myself, but siding I decided to probably go with the T111, which is the regular pre-finished siding, so you don't have to do any plywood. And roofing, I mean, I'm not a roofer. If I really had to, probably could do it, but I think, you know, I've got a relative now who does roofing, and I think he would get it done for me fairly quickly. Like, I'm talking about maybe in 1 day, maybe 2 days worth of work at the most. We'll see. I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop. Let's go drop this off. I missed a turn somewhere along the way. Dang it. missed a turn somewhere.
Turn right at the
I think
traffic
I should have taken an exit and an exit, but this thing told me. Anyway, that's what happens when you're yapping around and then you're trying to drive and you think you know where you're going, but you don't know where you're going. What's for lunch? My favorite, well, not my most favorite, but a good place to go, decent food that's not fast food, is Panda. We've got Popeyes right here, and I don't know what we're going to end up with where the delivery location is, because I think that's like a mall area, so maybe they're going to have even better food. I got to cut down on the weight. I've never been this heavy before in my life, so just getting older, and it's just, you know, I'm getting lazier, plus we had a winter, plus I've been eating a lot, driving and eating a lot more than I should have, like I have been in the past. So everything's contributing, and I think the main thing is not moving around, and the age is actually, you know, restricting me to shed that weight, because
240 westbound towards Ridgewood. Then keep left towards
you got to get rid of some of that.
Towards Ridgewood.
Some folks might say we don't see you in a crisis, Andre.
In a quarter mile, slide left.
Jeez, boy.
Turn right.
Boy, oh boy. All kinds of GPSs yelling at me. But there is a crisis. There's an all-around transportation crisis. Doesn't matter what you're transporting, either by plane, either by ground, either by whatever you're transporting. There is a crisis in all aspects of it, because things are slow and cheap. Auto transportation, car haulers are suffering, expediters, final mile people, everybody, you know what I mean? Ground freight is just, doesn't matter what kind of reefer, what kind of trailer you have, flatbed, step deck, whatever, it doesn't matter. Dry van, everybody is in the same boat, and so are we, because when things are good for everybody,
Then turn right.
they're good for everybody. When they're bad for everybody, they're bad for everybody. And there's, you know, some people run around and try to see what they could do, jump onto something else. No, I mean like jump onto something
Turn
else.
right toward West
A different kind of a
Avenue,
vehicle
then
or
turn
different setup or whatever. It's not going to help.
Calculating.
It's not going to help. When things are slow, they're slow everywhere and for everybody. And when they're good for everybody, because everybody's busy. When everybody's busy, then everybody's busy. You know what I mean? There's nothing really you can do or change up
Calculating.
to make a huge improvement to something, and all of a sudden from making no money you're making great money. There's no such thing, just so you guys know.
Recalculating.
I'm gonna go around
Take the next
the
left,
building
then
to the back.
end of the road.
That's where it goes, is to Best Buy. I don't know what it is, maybe some kind of a little display, something.
At end of the road. Turn right.
Oh my gosh, these people. This is big GPS. Route options, cancel. That's better. I'm here, and this is trying to get me to go around and go that way. Why would you want me to go that way, make a whole bunch of loops when I'm right here and I can turn left? Something's not thinking right here. Maybe because it's a computer and not a, you know,
Take the next
not a
left,
human.
Then turn left.
We're going to do a little center lane traveling, go behind the buildings,
Take the next left toward West Skagit
And
Avenue.
then
Turn left onto West
find the
Skagit
unloading zone or loading zone, and then unload over there. How's it going? I got a delivery for you guys. It's like a small display.
Okay.
You can take it through this door? Yeah. It's not big. Okay. It looks big and heavy, but I don't know what it is. It seems like there's nothing in there. Oh. This is it. How heavy it is, you know. It's nothing. I don't know what's inside, but
It's probably just like a little bit of spray we're gonna fill with.
okay, gotcha. You want help with
Did
this?
you want? I got it. Did you need like me to sign it?
Yeah, if you could sign. Let me grab my pen. If you could sign there and print there for me, please. Awesome. I'll just take a picture of it real quick. Awesome. Thanks, man. Have a good night or a good day. Soon it's a good night. You guys see what happens when the mind is occupied with other things in this job? Well, if you noticed or if you didn't notice, I just accidentally dropped it off at the wrong place next door receiving. I mean, this was a little bit deceiving the way this is set up. I mean, it says Best Buy on those doors, but then that one said Office Depot. I didn't even bother to figure out what doorbell I was ringing. Let's try this one. So now I gotta re-deliver it. Good thing I didn't leave anywhere. I was still here messing around. How's it going? I got something small for you. Or light anyway.
I need to sign anything?
Yeah. If you could sign here and print here. Some kind of little display or something in here.
Yeah, it's third party. Ready, man?
All right, thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Have a good day. So delivering between little strip mall areas, you got to kind of figure out where the receiving is and everything. That says receiving, and it's right next door to them as well, but it's not it. Got to pay attention, man. Oh man. Even best of the best mess up. Good thing that guy said something. Otherwise, I just wouldn't have even. Honestly, with where my mind is now, about hurry up and getting home and getting my, you know, my plan and all that picked up, and I would have, I don't know if somebody would have, who would have found it. They would have called. It would have been hours. I would probably be home, or even way after that is when they would figure it out, and then I would just have to come out here again and re-deliver it, even though they're next door to each other. But I would have to come out and make sure and make it right. That would have sucked. That could have been a big mistake. Seriously, a huge mistake. Thank God that guy came outside. He was paying attention, or his boss maybe was paying attention. Somebody was paying attention besides me. Jeez Louise. What do we got here? Looks like a bunch of food trucks here. Maybe this is my place for lunch today. How about that? Tacos. Tacos on top of tacos. Barbecue. Hawaiian. Huh. I don't know. I don't even know where I want to eat. I don't want anything heavy. I don't want anything like, I don't even know what I want, like I said. This place looks like it's got a big variety. I don't really want to go walking around. I'm not even sure what I want. IHOP. But that barbecue smell, oh my gosh. That's the one, the barbecue smell. I'll just grab something quick somewhere and keep on going home. No time. No time today. I just keep thinking about what could have happened if I would have kept you know, if I would have jumped in the van and kept going and I was gone, these people would call the bill of lading people. Who knows how long it'd take them to reach somebody there that could figure it out. And then those people would call the broker, which is not even the broker on the bill of lading, and then somehow reach out back to us and tell us that we delivered to the wrong location. It should be delivered next door. But during all that, I'm sure that maybe some of them would just say, hey man, go ring their bell and say, hey, there's a stupid driver that just delivered this to us, and this is your freight, so here you go, man. And then after that, we would come back maybe to fix things, and they would have said, no, we don't have it. We already give it back to them. And when you go back to them, then you go start looking for this thing. And if it gets unpacked already and put away or goes on display, good luck finding that thing. Good luck getting paid for this. So then you lose all kinds of credibility and everything else and relationships that you've built over the years just over one load. Can't believe myself. This is why the driver's mind's got to be clear of things, you know. Live and learn. Over 10 years, you think you know everything, but when it happens to you, yeah, you could be like mad at another driver or you know, blame somebody by saying, hey, what were you thinking, dude? If it was somebody else, not me, that would do this. And we've had drivers seriously drop off at the wrong place. You know, same kind of like same big building with lots of businesses, and drop off at the wrong place before. We've had that happen. And then they'd have to come back. And other drivers had to actually, well, it wasn't, have gotten, by the time things were figured out, they've already gotten a load and have left like a long time ago and loaded. And then we would have to send somebody else at our cost, figure that out, and go pick it back up and redeliver it to the right place. It just creates such a hassle that I'm glad that it didn't happen today, that hassle.
Next right onto Elm Street.
Seriously. Look at these people. They got the view right here. They've got a little deck. And then they get to see all that from their little, not a big house, you know.
In 900 feet, turn left onto 395 northbound.
Kennewick, Washington, peeps. Kennewick, Washington. It's about, usually in the summertime, it's like a 10-degree warmer. 8-10 degrees. Usually they're warmer than Spokane. For today, we're like at 53 degrees in Spokane. And my thing is showing 68 here. So, already a difference. Perfect weather in the t-shirt, you know, shorts, t-shirt. It's just beautiful. Not a lot of sun today, but hey, nevertheless, it's still nice and warm. I'm going to go this way, and I don't know what I'll get for food, but I'll get something. Because I'm back in this area. Once I leave this area, it's going to be just truck stop stuff, and then I don't know what else is going to be out there. Nothing else really to eat or anything like that along the way that I will really want or anything. So going this way again real quick, just drive through, see what's out here. Once I know what it is, I'll stop by there and grab some food and keep on going home.
Recalculating.
Love my new horn. I don't know if you guys like it, let me know. Nice and loud. I actually ended up pointing it a little to the floor because I didn't want it to rub a hole in my auxiliary, what do you call it, tank. Oh my gosh, now I can't remember. Now that I need the name on the tip of my tongue, now I don't even know. My auxiliary coolant tank, or whatever you call it, high pressure tank, you guys can call it whatever you want. I'm sure there's a proper name, I just can't now for the life of me remember it. But anyway, it was rubbing up against it, so I just bent my bracket down and just pointed it down. That way I don't have to worry about it, because you never know how long it would take for plastic to plastic to rub a little hole in there, and under pressure that tank is going to start leaking coolant, and there's no way I don't want, just because of a horn, having some coolant issues, especially when it's spring and summer, and you never know what kind of weather I'm going to hit tomorrow or the next day. I could be down in California somewhere. But those loads don't pay round trip no more. Even in the better days, or even in the good days, nobody wanted to pay a round trip from here to California. Only once in a great while you end up getting so blessed that it actually happened. Otherwise, nope. Wonder what that truck is, the gold one? Kind of looks like a park ranger, but could be the DOT as well. And remember, if you guys are watching and you don't know what's going on or what the deal is with the Sprinter vans, if it's your first time on here and you don't know what the rules are, you do not have anything to do with DOT. Like zero. You don't go to the scales, you don't have a logbook, you don't have any of that kind of stuff, so you don't deal with any of that. It's like a normal, regular vehicle is what they look at. I mean, if you're overweight and you're squatting way down and all that kind of stuff, maybe somebody's going to pay attention to you, pull you over, make sure you're not over that 10,000 pound gross weight limit. Because if you are, then you do need a logbook, you do need logos, you do need an MC and DOT number, you need everything after that. A DOT physical and everything. As it stands like this, if you're under 10,000 pounds gross weight, you do not need any of that. You don't need to do a DOT physical, nothing. You have zero to do with DOT compliance, like zero. God bless you guys. Thank you very much for showing up. And if you watch the video to the end, all the way to the end, that's the most appreciation. If you could, throw a like if it's not too hard for you, and a subscribe, and hit that bell notification button too, so you don't miss the next one. But for today, minus fuel, $400, and then you know, almost a tank of fuel, which is probably like $80, $320 in my pocket, minus food, $300, you know, minus my lunch and whatever. So three bills, and how many hours did it take me? It's a 2-hour drive, plus half an hour there, half an hour back. 5 hours, $300. Can you survive on that? If it was daily, maybe. Every single day like that. But it's not daily, and it doesn't happen often. People don't really want to pay. Even out here, these days, there's always somebody standing around somewhere to where they don't pay. They don't pay the extra miles. They don't pay the deadhead out of, you know, a different area. If there's an unlucky individual that's stuck in like Pasco area, Tri-Cities, or in Spokane, that his dispatch didn't get him the load to pay, you know, miles out of here to, you know, like Portland or Seattle area. But those areas have gotten bad. As of now, as it stands, you know, the middle of April, things suck around here. Like, they've gotten bad. During the last week, they've just turned around and gotten the worst. So I don't want to really send anybody here unless they live here. I don't even care. I don't care what it pays. Because it can't pay enough to get out of here. The load cannot pay to come here and to get out of here. The West Coast. They just don't pay. But they need to, because there's no loads out here. You can't win anything. It seems like people are going for gas money or just leaving on their own expense. And that's how it is right now. How are you supposed to make money? I'm not even talking about ends meet. How are you supposed to make it in this business right now on the West Coast? You just can't, unless you're kind of like me. You know, you can do some dispatching, office work, things like that. And then once in a while, when there is a load out here and it can pay something, then, you know, do a drive like this. But hey, I'm not going anywhere, and we will survive. The strong will survive. That's all I gotta say. God bless you guys. See each other next time.